Jai Hind children. In our previous video, we have discussed about lines and angles. Also, we have discussed about complementary angles, supplementary angles and vertically opposite angles. Now, I am thinking that which type of two angles can form complementary angles? Can two acute angles form complementary angles? Or two obtuse angles also form complementary angles? I know that such many questions would be arising in your mind also. So let's think about that which type of angles may form complementary angles. When I am talking about complementary angles, then you know that sum of complementary angles should always be equal to 90 degree. So if two angles x and y are complementary, their sum should be equal to 90 degree. When the value of these two angles is less than 90 degree, only then it is possible that these two angles will be complementary. So value of x will be less than 90 degree and value of y will also be less than 90 degree. It means that these both angles have to be acute angles. So the angles which are having value less than 90 degree are acute angles. So if two angles need to be complementary angles, then they must be acute angles first. So it already gives us the answer that two obtuse angles cannot be complementary angles. Also, one right angle and one obtuse angles cannot form complementary angles. Now, if the same kind of questions arise for supplementary angles, then we know the sum of supplementary angles is always 180 degree. If x and y are two supplementary angles, then their value should be less than 180 degrees. It means straight angles and reflex angles cannot form supplementary angles. Less than 180 degree, there are three types of angles: obtuse angles, right angles and acute angles. Now, which type of angles can form supplementary angles? For this, let's have a look. Suppose 180 degree, I am dividing in two equal parts. First part is 90 degree and second part is also 90 degree. So it gives us the one solution that if the both of angles are right angles, then they are supplementary angles. But if I am subtracting few degrees of measurement from the first angle, suppose I am subtracting 2 degrees from the first angle. If I still want x and y to be supplementary angles, I have to add equal amount of measurement to the second angle so that they are still supplementary. So if the first angle is reduced from 90 degree to 88 degree, second angle has to be increased from 90 to 92 degree. In the first case, these both are right angles. In the second case, first angle is acute angle and second angle is obtuse angles. So supplementary angles are possible in two cases: either both the angles are right angles, or one is acute angle and second is obtuse angle. It means two obtuse angles cannot be supplementary angles. If we talk about the adjacent angles, then already you know that two angles are said to be adjacent when they follow the three given rules. First, they should have a common vertex. Second, they should have a common arm. Third, their non-common arm should be on either sides. If any two angles follow these three criteria, then they are said to be adjacent angles. But there is a fourth criteria also, that their sum should be less than 360 degrees. If their sum is equal to 360 degree or exceeds 360 degree, then these two angles will have an overlapping part. In that case, these two angles will not be adjacent angles. Now let's talk about vertically opposite angles. Suppose AB and CD are two straight lines. They are intersecting at a point where they form four angles. We named them angle 1, angle 2, angle 3 and angle 4. How we can prove that angle 1 is equal to angle 3 and angle 2 is equal to angle 4? You have studied in previous video that the angles formed on opposite sides are equal. But how we can prove them? Now let's think about that. We have studied among linear pair, then two adjacent angles, when their non-common arms are form straight line, then they are linear pair. In linear pair, the sum of the angles is equal to 180 degrees. If 1 and angle 4 are linear pair, then we can write angle 1 plus angle 4 equals 180 degrees. From here we can find out the value of angle 1 as 180 minus angle 4. Also, 4 and 3 form linear pair. So we can write angle 4 plus angle 3 equals 180 degrees. This gives us the value of angle 3 as 180 minus angle 4. If you look at these two equations, value of angle 1 is equal to 180 minus angle 4. Value of angle 3 is also 180 minus angle 4. It means the value of angle 1 and value of angle 3 are equal. In the same way, we can prove that angle 2 is equal to angle 4. Hope you have understood that why vertically opposite angles are equal. We will talk about the next topic in our next video. Till then, good afternoon and Jai Hind.